Hello, welcome back. In the last video, we refactored a bit our code. We brought in the row and the columns and the sidebar, and all of these are now put in the layout, so we don't need to repeat ourselves. And each page we just put the content of that page, and the sidebar will still be there. So let's commit those changes. But actually, let's just open a new tab. I don't want to stop the development server. So let's do git add and git commit. And our message will be refactored layout. So in this video, let's tackle the author details. So on each post, we want to see details about the author of this post here. And before we start implementing that, let's download these two images that I found on this cool website where you can get royalty-free images. So let's download this woman's image, woman 146 something. This woman with this creepy smile, and let's name this image jane.jpg. And let's download this comedian 2521 something something. He's got a creepy smile too, and he's john.jpg. And before we do that, before we do anything, let's create a file called authors.js. Now this file will act as a database for our authors. So it's just gonna have an array, so const authors equals, we're gonna have now an array of objects. Each object represents one author with the details of that author. So first one would be our guy here, John. Let's maximize this. John, actually no, let's capitalize the name, John Doe. His image, so image URL, and this will point to john.jpg, and we will have a bio for each of them. So bio, the bio of John, well, he's a designer, so John, say, has been a front-end and UI designer for over 10 years. He is a brilliant artist. Now we're gonna have social media links. So let's start with Facebook, and that will be https://www.facebook.com/, and let's just copy this. Just put a comma at the end, and let's copy this and paste it 4 more times. So we're gonna have Twitter, an Instagram, a Google Plus account, and a LinkedIn. Let's copy this whole thing. Let's put a comma and copy this whole thing to do the same for Jane. So Jane Doe, and her image is jane.jpg. Her bio, she's a backend developer, so Jane is a backend developer. She specializes, I don't know, I'm just improvising here, in security, because why not? And her favorite, can't type, what is that? Favorite stack is the Mern stack. Just so happens to be my favorite stack as well. Let's leave. By the way, if you're wondering, Mern stands for MongoDB, Express, React, and Node. Let's leave these links the same, and let's export this. So I'm gonna do Node syntax again, because we're gonna need this file in Gatsby Node. So module.exports equals authors, and Prettier formats it. And now what we can do is we can go to our Gatsby node, and we need, so let me explain how we're going to do this now. So we're going to find the image URL from our author, which will get the author's name from here, and then use that to find the image URL from this author's array thing. And then when we find that image URL, we're going to pass it to our single post template. And then when we pass it to our single post template, we're going to add a query here to find the fluid of that image. And then we need to pass that to the sidebar. But the problem is we don't have access straight to the sidebar from the single post. But what we can do, we can pass that to the layout. And then in the layout, pass that to the sidebar. And then in the sidebar, show these information. So we're going to have a card at the top that shows the image and the name and the bio and the social links of our author. So let's do that. Okay, where were we? We were in Gatsby node. Let's bring in the authors first. So const authors equals require source/util. util authors, and we need to find the author for each post. So inside of here, when we're iterating through our posts, we need to pass the author's image here. So let's pass a context variable called image URL, and let's do authors.find, so we can find this author, and this is a higher order function. So it takes an arrow function that says x, where x.name equals node, because we have the author's name, remember, in the we have the author's name in the front matter here. So we need to find a post that matches this name. I mean, an author that matches the name of the author of this post. So front matter dot author, and when we find it, this will return an author. So we can just do dot image URL. So this will return just this field from whichever author it finds. Let's actually put a comment here. So find author image URL from authors and pass it to the single post template. And let's go to that single post template now and query our image. So we can as well bring in authors here. So import authors from wait, did I put authors in template? I didn't mean to do that. I meant to put authors in util. So here, let's move it. Let me make sure that I imported it from the correct place. I did. So here, this will go back one level and go to util and then go to authors. Now let's find our author. So const author equals authors.find. Same thing we did in the Gatsby node. File x.name name equals post.author, and we need to pass that author to our layout. So let's call it post author. Let's pass author, and we need to find the fluid for the image and pass it. And the beauty again of GraphQL, we can make more than one query here within one query, a couple of queries, and this will query a file, and it will take as an argument relative path, and that path will be equal to the image URL context variable that we passed, and we need to put that here as well. So $image URL string, and this is required, so exclamation mark, and we need child image sharp from here, and inside of that we need a fluid with a max width of Just do 300 because the sidebar is really kind of narrow. So Gatsby image sharp fluid. This always confuses me. And then we pass it here. So let's pass, what do we call it? Let's be descriptive with this. So let's do author image fluid, and this would be where would this be? It would be in data. Wait, yeah, it would be in file. So data.file.child image sharp.fluid. Okay, let's go to our layout now, and we're gonna take these two things that we just passed. So let's do author image fluid. I like to still keep these ordered in a alphabetical order. So post author, and let's pass these to our sidebar. So let's just call this author, post author, oops, author, and we need an equal here, and we need to pass author fluid, choose what do we call it, author image fluid. And let's go to the sidebar and display these pieces of information that we are adding. So we need to take these two things. So author, let's destructure them from the props, and author fluid. Author and author fluid, yes, okay. And at the top here, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna check if we have an author, because if we don't pass an author, this will be undefined. So it means we're in another page, so we don't show this card. But if we do pass an author, it's gonna be defined, and it's gonna have a value. So if we do this, author, oops, author, can't type today, can I? Author, and return. This will now check if we got an author, then show this card. So card, and we have an image at the top with the class name of card image top, and a fluid of author fluid. And let's close that. What did I just do? Author fluid. There we go. Card body, and we're gonna have a title. So card. Oops, no. Card title. And let's actually bring that in. No, we already have it actually. Class name. I forgot to give it a class name. So text center and text uppercase, and let's give it some margin, so MB-3 margin bottom, and this will have the name of the author, so author.name. And remember, we don't need to fetch the author again because we already have the whole object here and not just the name, so we can access all these fields. And underneath here we're gonna have some text, which is the bio, so card text. And this we need to bring, so card text, and this text is just the bio, so author.bio, not bio, and we need social media links, so let's do .author social links .text center. Again, you can look at the styling to understand what this is doing. And we're gonna have a UL with an li with a link, and this link would be to the Facebook. So the first one is Facebook, so author.facebook, and this will open in a new window, so target _blank. And cause we're in React, let's add this. So rel no opener, Maybe it's not just a React thing. Well, I just only saw this in React. No referrer. And the class name of Facebook, which will give it the color on hover. And actually we're gonna have an I here. We're gonna bring in a font awesome icon. So i.fab.fa-facebook-f, and I'm gonna give it as well a class of fa-large or LG. And let's actually repeat this. So let's take this whole thing, paste it 4 other times, and this will be Twitter. Let's remove these -f. Let's remove all of them. And so we got Twitter, we got Instagram, we got Google, and we got LinkedIn. And I think we are done. So let's save all files. Oops, what did I click? Save all files. And let's run our development server, which is already running. Let's exit this. Yes, no error, I think. What is this? Image URL required type string was not provided. No, it's fine. Actually, this was one I didn't add it still. So let's look our. What is this? Okay, so the problem was we were passing. We just made a typo here. I just made a typo. Maybe you didn't. So fluid. And if we check and see now, should be fine. Oh boy, what is this? What did I click? Okay, there we go. So we got our author here with the details and with the social media links. And if we go to the other post posted by Jane, we see her image here, still with the creepy smile, but her bio, the bio is different, and the links, obviously the respective links to the author's array file. Okay, so in the next video, we're going to be adding social media share buttons here to share this post externally or any other post. And we're going to be adding the discuss comment posting plugin. So yeah, thank you for following along, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.